made a few mistakes, but I'm improving. I'm human, but I've been making daily resolutions. I got to. You might do it different, but I'm not you.
Hey, Mark.
I'm self-made. I'm
Hey, Mark.
doing things that I
Mark.
was never taught.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Hey Mark, the podcast where I, Mark, get to have open and authentic conversations about the struggles that we go through, whether that's in regards to your mental health, your physical health, your family life, your work life, any entrepreneurial stuff that you're going through, or, really anything. I just really want to open up the conversation that, you can talk about anything that you're going through, whether it's stigmatized or not. The struggles that we go through, we don't have to go through alone. And so no matter what you're going through, you're not alone, and things can and will get better for you. You just have to, take matters into your own hands. Sometimes that's take accountability for your own actions. And sometimes it's just kind of making a plan to change where you are in your life. Sometimes you're in just a tough spot because of the circumstances that, are a little bit out of your control. But that's another video kind of topic. What's going on? I hope everyone's doing well today. I'm having a great day so far. I've been able to just kind of chill out and relax. I did a little bit of training this morning, and now I'm just chilling out and relaxing. I thought it'd be a great day to kind of sit down and answer a question. I've had a couple of them come in recently, and I really like this one. This one's really, really cool. So let's get straight to it.
Hey Mark, I was wondering, what's an activity that keeps you present, and what's your favorite comfort movie? Mine's probably Speed Racer.
Whoa! First off, I want to know how you did that, like filter or whatever, because that's dope. It looked like he was like on like a 90s like cell phone. That was really dope. That's like the very first selfie, I guess. That made me laugh, dude. That's good. I like that actually. So, dang, that's a good question. You stumped me. So, an activity to keep you present and my favorite comfort movie. Well, my favorite comfort movie, that's an easy one. That's pretty short. So, I'll get that out of the way first, I guess. My number one, probably my favorite comfort movie ever. Dang, dude, that's a tough one because there's a lot of movies that I'll watch the shit out of, but I wouldn't really consider them to be comfort movies. Four Brothers is probably one of my favorite movies ever, not necessarily a comfort movie. I gotta think though, my favorite comfort movie. Dang, that's a tough question. Maybe School of Rock? I think Jack Black's a killer, dude. He's so good. I'm gonna go with School of Rock just because I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. So favorite comfort movie, we'll say School of Rock. It's just super dope, really funny, makes me feel good. That last song that they play, just sick, super dope. They just shred it on stage. That's a really good one. I also like when he gets them jamming to Smoke on the Water. That's a dope one too. So that's, really funny movie. Good performance by Jack Black. One of his more seriously cool movies. I think that one and Shallow Hal were like the two coolest movies that he did. And then obviously Tenacious D was really sick. So yeah, School of Rock, I'd say favorite comfort movie. That being said, let's jump into the main part of that question, which was activities that keep you present, activities that keep you grounded, I guess. That's a really tough one because it's gonna kind of be like a different answer for everybody. Like everyone's kind of got different things that kind of keep them present. The way that I look at it is, for me at least, and everyone's different in this respect. So I'm just gonna kind of explain the way that I look at it. Is there's like kind of three difficulties to any activity that you could possibly do. And so like if something's too easy, then I'm not really present or grounded because I'm just kind of almost in like an autopilot. And so activities that are like super, super easy and monotonous, maybe things that are part of my routine, I don't feel like they are very good for keeping me present because while I do them, my mind is wandering and I'm just kind of thinking about, maybe things that I have to do later or things that I've already done. Maybe I'm thinking about conversations that I've had that I've regretted. Obviously, that's a common theme for me to think about, something that I reflect about kind of often. But, so basically what I'm trying to say is if something's too easy, then I'm not present because I'm thinking about stuff in the future or in the past. And if something's too difficult, then I kind of just get really frustrated. I'm a bad student that way, that if something's super difficult for me, I'll get super frustrated because I want to succeed so bad that I sometimes have to just like walk away from a problem and come back to it with like a fresh set of eyes. So I guess the best type of activity for keeping you present would be somewhere in the middle, right? Somewhere where you could be developing, I guess. So for me, a lot of the times, I guess like the most present that I actually get would be when I'm at work, working construction right now. I'm an apprentice, so I'm learning every single day. And basically, if I'm not present or focusing on the tasks that I'm doing, if my mind's wandering around or if I'm just on my phone texting or looking at other things, just distracted, if I'm not being present, I'm either messing up what I'm doing, putting myself or other people at risk, or I won't have that opportunity to work for that company very long, right? Because that's just kind of how it works in construction. You have to be present, you have to be focused on what you're doing, you have to be moving because people are paying you to get a job done, especially when you do renovations and homeowners are there and they're able to see, whether you're focused, you're working on what you're presently doing, or if you're on your phone or just chatting the whole time, maybe listening to music. It's very easy to get sidetracked. So I find that when you're learning things, another thing for me that, keeps me present is, physical activities. The same thing with like running or, practicing a martial art or lifting weights. When you've got 200 pounds or when you've got anything heavy, maybe on your back or over you on a bench press, there's not really any opportunity to think about other things. You're thinking about completing that rep. You're thinking about, keeping yourself safe. For me, at least when I'm on a run, the whole time when I'm running, I'm thinking about, man, I just want to quit. Man, I just want to give up. But I think I can make it like 10 more seconds before I start to walk, or 15 more seconds or 5 more seconds. And I just try and keep going as long as I possibly can. It's kind of like a mental battle the entire time. And it's very grounding and it makes you, literally not able to focus on anything else. The same thing could even go for, learning a musical instrument. If you're sitting there trying to learn guitar, you're trying to learn different chords, you're not really thinking about paperwork that you have to do. It's coming up on tax season right now, so maybe that's on your mind. And, maybe you're thinking about an argument that you had with your partner, whatever it is. But when you're learning something or you're developing a skill, but I guess the best answer is when you're developing, when you're either facing a little bit of resistance, the right amount of resistance, not too difficult, not too easy. When you have the right amount of, resistance, either physically or mentally, you're kind of forced into being present. And so for me right now, since I've, taken on some new challenges in my fitness, I've kind of strayed away from lifting weights. I'm doing a lot more running. I'm doing a little bit of jiu-jitsu right now. I'm not like super good at it. I'm literally on my first week now. So I find those things force me to be present. And when I'm at work, when I'm working in construction, when I'm learning things, that is when I'm most present. And especially, for me as well, this is like a huge activity that forces me to be present because, a lot of these answers, I don't even have a fully formed opinion on when I first start the video. It's almost like I'm trying to organize my own thoughts and force myself to be able to put the concept that I'm thinking about into words. And so this is forcing me to be present because I'm kind of thinking here and analyzing, my days and the activities that I participate in, and when I feel the most present and when I feel the most distracted or anxious or depressed. The way I look at it is if you're anxious, your brain is stuck thinking about the future. And if you're depressed, your brain is stuck thinking about the past, most likely. Or maybe, I guess, the future as well. if you're pessimistic. But when you're being present and you're being grateful, and as cheesy as it sounds, when you're, present and grateful, it's literally impossible to be, angry or anxious or sad. Because, again, this is my perspective. The present is a reminder that, things are all right now. There might be a lot of terrible current events going on. There might be a lot of turmoil, either internally or externally in your life. But the fact of the matter is, if you woke up inside today, if you woke up with food in your fridge, if you woke up with clothes to put on your back, keep you warm and keep you sheltered, you've got it pretty good in terms of the human experience on this planet. I'm not trying to say that life is perfect, but it is beautiful and we are very blessed. And the more we remember that, the more we can stay present, I think the happier and more successful you'll be. So I hope that answers your question. Being present is developing and being appreciative of the moment. So any activity that helps you do that, favorite comfort movie, School of Rock, Jack Black, baby. Go out and kill it. Have a good day, have a good week, have a good month, and have a good year for the rest of 2021. Go out and be the best you that you can be. And no matter what you're going through, you're not alone. You can send your questions in. But other than that, thank you so much for the support. Much love and peace out. Let's get it, baby.